Good morning. My name's Don Turner. I'm the president of the Nevada Firearms Coalition. I'm a refugee from Arizona, and I see a lot of familiar faces here. When I lived here, we called Arizona the Copper State and Nevada the Silver State. But as far as my friends in Arizona are concerned, Nevada is now the Sandbag State because there's a cancer growing from the West Coast spreading east. And that cancer is, word for word, gun control laws in every state. What you see happen in Washington, Oregon, and California, the exact same laws with the exact same wording are being proposed at our legislature. Now, I remember reading Sun Tzu, who said that it takes tactics and strategy to win a war, but tactics without strategy is the first round of defeat. And my concern about the gun groups is we focus on tactics and not on strategy. And I think what Mr. Patterson said about treating them like bullies is a strategy. We need to remember that. It's not about doing stuff, it's about doing the right stuff at the right time and the right place with the right energy. So, Nevada is a small state, population less than 4 million. Clark County dominates Nevada. Clark County also includes Las Vegas, and I have to say this so I can tax write my trip. Please come to Las Vegas and gamble, because I don't have to pay state income taxes if you do, so thank you. And they don't pay the light bill in Las Vegas, what they pay out to the winners, just in case you're hoping to get lucky. So, in Nevada, Clark County rules it. But when you look at what rules Clark County, it's the culinary and the SEIU union, okay? So if we have to turn Clark County around, we have to do something to get to the SEIU union and the culinary union. So what did we do? The Forearms Coalition in April of 2017 started a women's shooting program. It's every week with women coaches, women instructors, and it's 100% absolutely free. The first night, we trained 300 ladies and turned 600 away. Since April of 2017, we are 54 ladies short of 3,000 having taken the class. Thank you. But the good news of this is majority of them are SEIU and culinary union members. Now we have good news from Nevada in that the legislature meets every other year. Like Will Rogers says, the public is safe when the legislature is not meeting. So we get a break every other year. The bad news is this last year, Nevada turned blue. They're one vote away from having a supermajority in the state legislature. So a couple of years ago, they tried to pass a background check bill. It was vetoed by the governor. Then we had the October 1st shooting, and this legislative session was the first session since the October 1st shooting. The Bloomberg spent $22 million to get a background check initiative passed through a ballot initiative. What they failed to do, and what they always fail to do, is think ahead, and they use the exact same wording for the background check that they did for other states. But Nevada is one of 13 states where the background check does not go to the federal government. It goes to the state DPS first. The state DPS goes to the federal government. So the background check bill said all background checks go to the federal government. The courts ruled that the initiative is invalid. It couldn't be enforced. So the first day of this legislature, the first day, they had a joint Assembly and Senate hearing on the background check initiative on Monday. Over 500 gun owners showed up to protest. It was the longest session hearing in Nevada history. It took 9 hours. And that scared them. They had proposed 9 gun bills, and they dropped most of them after that hearing. However, on Wednesday, they had a joint hearing in both houses, and on Friday, the governor signed the bill. So in 1 week, they rammed through Bloomberg's check. During that hearing, Everytown, Moms Demand Action, Prosecutors for Gun Safety, Brady Campaign to Prevent Gun Violence, Gifford Center, and the Center for American Progress, which was a George Soros group, all testified. All right? So Bloomberg spent over $1.6 million direct donations to the Nevada Democratic Party this last session. So after they got that done, the next thing they did was they introduced an omnibus bill that included bump stocks, mandatory storage, red flag laws. It passed. But we use the same system Arizona CDL does. In the back, besides getting 500 people to the background check bill, 79% of the people voted their opposition to it on the legislative webpage. We had 2 rallies. And when it came to the other bill, we had 93% of the public voted against it. We generated 1,100 phone calls to the governor to donate it. And we generated 168,000 letters to legislatures saying, don't vote for this bill. So our grassroots is tremendous. And we were able to block their biggest piece of legislation was they wanted to do away with state preemption. They wanted every city, county, and town in Nevada to make up their own gun laws. They've already said that's on their agenda for next time. So what's the lesson we learned? We learned that we are being overwhelmed without a state money, and if Arizona isn't the sandbag for California, if Nevada's not the sandbag for California, folks in Arizona, you're next. So thank you, and I appreciate your time.